This conference will now be recorded.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Budget workshop. Let's do the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So not much agenda tonight besides 3 budgets. Sewer budget, EMS budget, and the general fund budget. If you got Tracy online, we want to do the sewer budget first. If you want to hang around, you don't have to waste his time. I guess, does anybody have any questions about it? This is also whenever we have to pass it, by the way. Yeah.
Trace, you on there?
Yes, sir. What you need, Rusty?
Just tell us about the budget, tell us it's all what we expect and that the typical sewer rate is not going to change.
Well, the sewer rate's not going to change at all. Revenue is projected to be the same as it was last year. You know, the tipping fees are the biggest question there, but actually the haulers are picking up with the new system. So we're, like I say, it's projected that things will equal out to about what it was this last year. Budget wise, we just made a few, you know, just shuffled it around from one account to another in a few places. The one line item for it's 640 for supplies. I had to bump that up. That's where our polymer and stuff comes out of. With a new system, we're using a more expensive polymer. Plus, we have to add alum, which is a second chemical that we never added before. So we had to shuffle some extra money into that. Put some extra money in full-time salaries for another employee. That's about it, I guess.
Yeah, so tipping fees wise, this year, last year, this budget we're in, we budgeted 158,436. And actually year to date, which we still got another 2 months really for these numbers, we've taken in 196,752. So we're budgeting 165 for next year. I think that's a conservative number.
Right. Yeah, we try to keep that conservative because you just never know what's going to happen there. You know, a company could, one of our larger companies could go out of business. You just never know. So.
Yeah, no, I don't want to overshoot on that one.
Right. So.
Looks good to me. So the total revenue with everything is $1,692,000. The total expenses with everything is $1,692,000.
Right.
Mr. Mayor, I don't know exactly if I know what I'm talking about here on procedure, but would the procedure be for you to open the public hearing on this, if there's anybody's comment, and close it on this particular budget?
Yeah. Put that at the beginning.
So
We got any public? Well, it was fine, right? Yeah. And it was on WBO, I heard it.
It's been in the paper. It's been in the paper.
And I put it on Facebook, with all the information.
the public hearing's open on that. Everybody on there, on the public hearing on the sewer budget, going once, going twice.
There's nobody on there.
Okay, I'm just,
So, open it, close it.
Yeah, if you want to make this a motion to pass this rule.
We need that.
I would move that we would accept the sewer budget as presented.
I'm second that.
Who did?
Ron and Charles.
Still got a pay.
Charles,
Okay, all right, do we have any more discussion on the sewer budget? We'll vote on that guy, Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rustin,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
yes?
and yes. All right, Tracy, you're good unless you don't have anything for you in this order.
Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate your time tonight. I'll be signing off.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Next, fairly easy one is the EMS budget. Copy right here. Let's see, we'll open the public hearing on that. I have a copy of that. I have none.
I don't know.
Real quick.
I just wanted to read off. I went over it 100 times from my computer. So the EMS budget, we're showing a revenue of them of 401,514. And then the total expenses, 401,542.
Yeah, I think we got to take 20,000, 3,000.
Hold on.
And we still, I think we still had reserve funds, 20.
What's the last line?
All right, so here it is. If I can read that far away, 387,
Yeah,
5,
that's number 3, what is it?
387. Hang on, let me try to make it better.
381,514.
387, 592. Total revenue. And then the expenses are going to be the same.
I'm not good at it.
387, 592.
I'll read that, right?
I guess, does anybody have any questions about their budget? The revenue equals the expenses. That's kind of how they run. So they've been running.
Okay, so how much are you putting in the reserve?
I think we just put 1,000 in, but we had, what times it was last one? So we took, we had 21,000, we just take it.
I got it.
No, but
Well, I don't know what's on the budget.
Fran, we took the 20,000 out of the reserve because any extra money is well, anything beyond what we spent will be the reserve. So we took it out of the budget.
we didn't want to have to do
Yeah.
it. Very much of a higher number. They didn't have to.
Yeah, right here, reserve, we left $1,000 in just to keep it,
That's not E9950 90909. the last
just to
one.
keep it there, but yeah, in reality, any extra money above the free,
Will that be done monthly or
it'll be done probably at the end of the year.
Sort of towards.
annually?
Yeah, towards the end of the year. Except-
Which is how we do it if we put it
No, normally I do it like halfway through the year, when I was thinking, I'll take sewer, I mean, yeah, sewer's got one, DPW. But.
Because once we move the money to that reserve out of their account.
Actually, the 1,000 I might do fairly soon because I got to.
Right.
That'll be.
We had that one there.
But once we stick money in that reserve from their operating account, it's harder to get to. That's why I usually wait and make sure it's,
Except they.
we really want to stick it in there.
But we're gonna, well, at least we'll stick 1,000.
So you got all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the money that from EMS goes into that new EMS fund. And
No, there's two accounts.
I'm sorry?
There's two accounts. one for the money's coming in and one for the reserve, right?
Correct. But all the money coming in goes into the fund, EMS fund. And any money that we have at the end of the year, after we total all our expenses and all our expenditures, we then will decide whether that's going to stay in the fund for more operating costs, or we're going to put, depending on how much it is, we're going to put some into the reserve. So we'll kind of do that at the end of the year when we see how we turn out. But we can't use it elsewhere, so we'll just go for next year's operation or go reserve.
Right, thank you.
Any more questions on the EMS budget?
So Mayor, I'd like to close the public hearing. The EMS budget. And then I gotta ask you something. We talked about the monies that will be coming from the EMS to pay for their share of various services. We talked about putting that in as revenue in the regular budget, which we didn't want to do, but we might want to have a line item here in the EMS thing, which I don't know whether we do or not. I take that back. I'm looking here and it says EMS full-time salary 134, and it says that, so maybe it's not a particular line item, maybe in each of their line items is the pieces that's coming in, and are the pieces that are coming out. Am I making sense?
That's what I would guess too.
So somehow we need to account for that, and it looks like we have that full-time salary and probably some other places. Okay, then I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah, it's a question, should we break it, so we don't break it out on the sewer side. Maybe it's something we should break out.
We just come out of the disbursement when we do
Right.
that. We'll be-
Well, sometime we'll look at it when we're in the paperwork part.
Well, yeah, we could put a line in there for administrative costs. I don't know what you want to call it. I know what you mean, the clerk's office staff and our percentage of our time too is in here. Just like it is in the super, you can see it, 25%, 25%, 75% in general.
Okay, another time for more scrutiny of the exact, we know what the money comes from, so the exact paperwork line items another time.
Yeah. I don't know if that's worth tracking or not.
Well, let's try it this year, see how we do.
So Fran, did you want to make a motion to accept that sewer budget or that EMS budget?
Yeah, I make a motion to accept the
Sorry.
EMS budget for 21-22.
I'll second that. All right. Any more discussion about that?
Mike, could you just give me that, this paperwork I have doesn't appear to have the exact numbers, can you?
No, you want the numbers. Make you zoom in.
I'm sorry.
387, 592.
Yeah.
387,519,
592.
592, okay.
That's the expenses and revenue.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, any more questions about that? You got a motion in a second? We'll vote to accept that. Charles? Yes. Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes,
And yes. All right, so we got one left. So the general fund. So ignore my calendar while we're about analysis. I don't think. Capture some stuff. This is our column. We're looking at a 1.08% tax increase. That's 21 cents per thousand assessed dollars. We'll raise our village tax rate to $19.97 per thousand versus this current year was $19.76. We'll open a public hearing on that. Close it. All right, so.
Well, our trustees understand that new cover page, what it is.
We're up at 2% cap. 2% cap. 1.5 seats. Come in at 1.06,
1%, pretty great, pretty good.
next week's go 21,000, 21 cents per thousand. When we run these numbers, the county is so predictable, they think it's going down to 20 places. It'll change a little bit because they want to be.
So
So I guess, Mike,
You want to do one change instead of?
yes.
the office to you, what do you guys got?
On page 27 of the budget, under police department, we have a line item for $68,000 for computer software. Like to move that line item, and it is line item A3120-20901. Like to move that to line item A3120-10120, part-time salary. So it's the same amount, but that $68,000 for computer software into part-time salary. For long about explanation, it's got potential stimulus. We took it from the- That's what's. So, back to that change. Going to move that we adopt the 2021, 2022 budget.
Change those two numbers, part-time salary and computer stuff for OPD. And what that does to the numbers out here, overall, it doesn't change. One place to get it. Does anybody else have any concerns, questions?
Small, it's. The maintenance. So that's for shade trees?
Oh, that was the shade trees, yes.
That's done, cut down.
Cut down.
Okay, I just want to wear the $10,000 came.
Yeah.
Jumped up 100%.
Right.
That's just to cut down.
We have to, that's to cut down the shade.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like a typo or.
Yeah, that's
Has to remove the shade.
yeah.
It's down by the pool.
That's actually for some.
All right, that's the only thing I really stood out at.
Right.
Big percentage of increase, but 10,000.
Oh, that's good, that's fair.
I leave it same. Where, that same exact.
And we did put some money in there, thinking ahead to our new building, we put some money in there. Outfit, and we're gonna need some money to help. There's some money in there now, DPW.
Was that for the
How
outside
much did
service
you
or
put in there? for that?
No, I still like to buy furniture. We're gonna need stuff for the building.
So what was the amount you put in there for
That
the?
shade trees?
Like,
What's that behind
how
you?
much you put in for first?
Yeah.
So the clerk's office, they sent us an email that has 3 motions to make.
We're not
We're not there yet.
We got to vote on the general fund first.
Oh, I thought that these are all within the general fund.
No, those are separate. Those are, these are more for the DPW buildings, paying the architects and stuff.
Correct.
Okay.
Put 20,000 in there to outfit the new building. If we use it for that, it's in DPW.
Yeah.
It's on page.
We can always move it around too.
It's on page 9, and it says new municipal building, line 149040-093, and it has $30,000 for the new building.
Because I'm sure we're gonna want to buy tables, and chairs.
Absolutely.
Who's-
Okay, so anyway, there's.
So I got a motion, somebody second it.
I'll second.
All right.
Secretary.
This is gonna accept the budget. Our total expenses are $3,117,790. Our Revenue not raised by taxes, $922,900. Our amount to be raised by taxes is $2,194,890. Our new tax rate will be $19.97, which is an increase of 21 cents per thousand, or 1.08%. Is under the tax cap, which is 1.5356. That's good. All good. Any other comments on the budget before we go?
Laura, you good that they're on the regular budget now?
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so vote on that. Charles? Yes. Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And yes. All right, so that's passed.
Motions?
So we do have 3 motions we forgot to do last meeting.
Mr. Mayor,
Rusty?
on the first motion, for $153,369.01, and then broken down below it, to pay FEMA back for flooding, I move that we authorize to pay FEMA that money.
You want a second?
Is that out of the 2000 current budget or the future?
Yeah, these are all.
Good.
Current budget.
Any discussion about that? So that's to pay FEMA back money they paid us that we got from,
2011.
2011, well, we got double pay basically.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah. Now we'll vote on that. Charles?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And yes.
How would you like to do this, Bill?
No. Let's see.
Yeah, so this is a pay app. Normally we don't approve these, but this one is for $161,000, so we thought we should approve it. This is for the new building.
What is it?
Clerk's building. Secret Deputy building.
Is that initial
Split
payment?
up between these 4.
So they, through the progress of the project, they submit these, they're called pay apps, but basically it's a bill. So we have to pay the bill, and the bill gets paid from our financing.
Right.
And those numbers are correct.
Yeah.
We don't pay this until we get the money in. So money's in.
Correct.
So now
Well, then we pay the 4, as per the motion, the 4 entities, the $161,000 and $29.18 split down for the 4 entities.
A second there.
Any discussion on that? It's something that you guys don't normally see, but this one's for a pretty big amount. Charles?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And yes.
What's the last one, Ron?
This is just to move, again, money that we received in under state aid to pay into the municipal building.
We just put it in line item where it hits.
And then same thing, we received money in gifts and donations. It was actually a police grant for 3 AEDs.
We need 2 separate motions for each.
No, you can, let's move on.
No, it's all in one here.
Vote to move the monies as per the,
Second.
Any discussion on that? It's just to put it in the right line item so we can pay it out. Charles?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And yes. That's it. Remember public comment. All right, well, short and sweet. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, wait, one more thing.
Cool. What's that?
Pool opening, we are waiting, just so everybody's on the same page. I talked to Jeff today. We are waiting on lifeguard certifications. The health department won't schedule our inspection until we have at least 4 certified lifeguards. Now we have 2. If we have more lifeguards than that, they all needed recertification, and they didn't run classes last year because of COVID. Luckily, their certifications were good for 2 years, and last year was the second year. They had to get recertified this year. I heard, won't be on this, but I heard they all took their test Thursday or Friday. And we're just waiting on the paperwork to all come through and then the inspection to happen. And the pool's ready to go. The other thing, I sent an email from NICOM with the state of emergency over, all the executive orders are canceled, including the executive order that allowed us to do remote virtual meetings. So our meeting Monday, technically we weren't supposed to do this one remote.
Over Tuesday.
What's that?
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, is it Monday? or Tuesday?
It's the 5th of July in the holiday.
Yeah, so it'll be
Monday's
Tuesday.
out.
It'll be Tuesday.
So anyway, the meeting on Tuesday will be as normal with the regular meetings. Back to normal.
I'll
And we will, instead of doing the go-to meeting, I can stream it live on YouTube. The only thing is, if you want to participate, you have to come. Because there's issues, you technically can do virtual meetings, or they call them, or video conferencing meetings. But like Laura's at her house right now, technically, if some of the public showed up at Laura's house, she'd have to let them in.
Right, I read that.
So I don't think we want to entertain public to our house.
On the 24th, it lifted, and so currently, if anybody walked in your building right now, it's open to the public because, you know, you're having a meeting. And then if somebody showed up to my house, I'd have to let them join the meeting from my computer too.
Yeah, so what we'll do is if people want to watch from home, I now have all the equipment to stream it live on YouTube, real time. They just won't be able to participate. If they want to participate, they'll have to stop down to DPW.
So unfortunately, we won't have the pool open during this heat wave.
Yeah, we're trying hard. Somebody used it last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were already last night.
So anyway, that's all the news I got. And I got a happy birthday letter from Andrew. First time ever. No names. All right. Have a good night, guys, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Something to think about in the future coming up real quick. We want to sell our building from the grid. So prices are hot, let's get a good buck for our building, let's not give it away.
Have the market already?
No, we should be thinking about pretty quick.
Well, I mean, I put it on market.
That's all stuff we got.
Depending on when we get
We need to start investigating now instead of going in February.
Yeah, right.
They do.
Oh, I know, yeah, right.
All right.
Good thing if we sell it.
I guess that's it. Have a good night, Laura.
Right.
So we gotta start looking.